Welcome back to the Immigration Answer Show. This is your boy Jim Hacking, and I'm persevering today. I am persevering because my laptop is dead. I'm at Nora's doctor's appointment. Lots of little hurdles to be here with you all, but I persevered. And for the first time ever, I am trying to do a show from my phone. So let's see how it goes. How's everybody doing? Of course, the first smiling face I see is Dammy. Dammy, how are you doing? Hi, everybody. I'm not going to be able to go through all the comments other than to say hello to each and every one of you. I hope you all are doing well. Looks like there's 4 people in the waiting room. Can I share the link? This is going to be tricky. Okay. All right, hold on. Let me get the. I think I do that. This will be something if we do the whole show. Oh, look at. Oh, must be Hina must be here, posting out the link. Thank you for that. No, I'm just at a appointment for Nor. It probably won't be a full hour show because she'll probably be done early. But I didn't do a show yesterday. I had a wonderful birthday. The birthday was great. I can't tell the format. It is a different format, Laura. I can't see it. I'll have to watch the replay. But I'll be here for the next 45, 50 minutes or so trying to answer your questions. I had a great birthday. We went for a hike. Imani made an Egyptian breakfast for breakfast. Then we went to see this movie called Speak No Evil, which is super creepy and super fun. And then we went out to dinner with Noor to this awesome Italian restaurant in St. Louis called Palmanos. So we had a great time. And then today, going to see STL City soccer game. Just chilling all weekend. Not going to work too hard, although I am trying to finish a memo. All right. Let's see if I can pull up a guest. Holy cow, I can. There's Hina. Hi, Hina. I see you there. Thanks for helping me out. Like I said, I should have checked my laptop before, but it's dead. So I'm going to call Rose up to the show. Hello, Rose. Stage. How about that? Wow. Hi, Rose. Go ahead.
Hello, sir. Good morning. How are you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm also good. All right. Today, my question is, me and my family have been in United States for 1 week, and then now we came from China. And then my wife was having some kind of problems over there concerning about our religion and everything. So we are in the States, and then she wants to seek for asylum.
Okay.
So we want to know, like, is it something good for her to seek it? So we want to kind of like know the answer from immigration officer.
Well, I'm not an immigration officer. I'm just an attorney, but I can give you my thoughts.
Yeah.
Okay. So, how old is your wife?
My wife is 40 years.
And what do you think is going to happen to her if she goes back to China?
Okay, if she go back to China because we are always kind of harassment, the police people come home and then because we do a lot of prayers with group of people and so on and so forth. And then she was even taken into custody some time ago and then she was questioned and everything. And we have 2 younger kids too, where the girl is 7 years and the boy is 4 years.
Right. And what's your immigration status?
So at this moment, we came to the United States with the B1, B2 visa.
Okay. And are you from China? Where were you born?
For me, I'm from Ghana.
Okay.
Yeah.
And how did you and she meet?
Pardon?
How did you meet her?
I met her in China.
Did you live in China for a while?
Yeah, yeah. I've been living in China for a while. Me and her together.
And so you guys came here for a visit visa.
Yeah, we came on a visa.
Okay, so as my friend Creaky Bones points out, the biggest example or the biggest way to get asylum, you have to show that you're going to be persecuted back in China. So what evidence do we have that she was persecuted before? And persecuted isn't like it's tough back there, it's hard back there. It's got to be like they're targeting her for something
Yeah,
very specific. Is it because it's an interracial marriage? Look at Creaky Bones doing all my job. Is it because it's an interracial marriage, or what's the deal?
yeah. It's an integration marriage.
Well, the government. Did you get married in China?
We got married in China.
So the government lets you get married.
Yeah.
Okay. And how long did you
So
live in?
we have married in China for 7 years now.
Okay. So did they ever like burn down your house or beat you up or throw either of you in jail?
Okay, because of the prayers we used to do. So they used to come around and then they used to come and then tell us that we should stop doing that. And other than that, we're going to be in a very big problem. And then, your neighbors, so the neighbors will always tell them, and then they will be coming up and down, up and down. So one time, they came and they took us to their custody, and then we were there, and then, they gave us a lot of like warnings, and then if we continue doing this kind of stuff, this is what is going to happen to us.
What did they say specifically when they pulled you into the police station?
Okay, this is what they told us. They told us that we should stop. We should stop the prayers. We should stop the prayers that we do in the house.
Stop the prayers, like Christian prayers, you mean?
Yeah, Christian prayers.
So it's not just the interracial. There's also a religious part of this.
Yeah, it's a religious thing.
Okay, yeah, your sound is garbled. I'm having a hard time hearing you, but so did they keep you in jail for a long time, or it was just like a visit?
Okay, one time they came and then picked us. We were there for like 2 days.
2 days in jail?
Yeah.
Where were your kids?
So my kids, so this is what happens to my kid because they have their grandparent. So they give the children to the grandparent.
Do you have any proof that you were in jail for 2 days?
Yeah, we have the proof.
And I'm sorry, I didn't hear, how long have you been married?
How long? It's 7 years.
Could you guys both live in Ghana?
In Ghana because my place is not kind of potential because for me, I like to speak a lot about the government and everything that is going on over there. So now they have a different this kind of thing that if you talk too much about the government and then you come there, you can be arrested and so on and so forth.
I don't know, man. I've talked to a lot of guys from Ghana, and I've never heard anyone making an asylum claim from Ghana, so that might be hard. I think there might be a case here. I think there might not be a case here. It's sort of hard to tell.
Yeah.
But I think it's worth exploring. I mean, you just got here a week ago. You've got at least 5 more months to apply. I would apply in the first 6 months. So I would say maybe.
Yeah, a week ago.
Okay. So if you want to email us, you can email us and we can talk about whether or not we think you have a case, whether it's worth proceeding.
Yeah, so
we can have,
I'll be very good if you guys can, represent me or something. And then my second question is, because we came here with our 2 kids, I want to know that since we are having the B1, B2 visa, if my children can enroll into school over here.
Well, I think yes, but I wouldn't be in a rush to do it. I wouldn't do it tomorrow. You just got here a week ago. So
yeah,
you guys probably need to slow down. And what I would suggest is send an email to info@hackingimmigrationlaw.com, and then we can follow up with you next week. You can have a meeting with your wife and you and one of our immigration lawyers, and we can go from there.
Okay. All right. Thank you very much.
All right. Thanks.
Thank you,
buddy.
All right.
All right. Now, how do I remove from stage? All right. So it actually works. Okay. How's everybody doing? That was an interesting situation. I did have a hard time hearing him. I wasn't sure if it was me or my phone or his audio. So, see, Kwame says, stop lying about Ghana. Nothing like that. They're talking about the government and been in trouble. Well, I knew that our friends from Ghana would chime in on that. I haven't heard much complaints about Ghana. And I know we have a lot of viewers in Ghana and friends of Ghana. So if anybody else has thoughts on whether an asylum claim could fly there based on, and just the fact that they could go live in Ghana doesn't mean that she wouldn't get asylum, but I think it makes the overall argument a little trickier. All right. Hina is sharing the links. Thank you, Hina. I didn't even know you were going to be here today because today is Saturday. So let's go to Aiden. Add to stage. Hi, Aiden.
Hey, Jim. How are you?
Good, buddy. How you doing?
Doing pretty good. So I'm an I-130. My husband's from Mexico. We got our approval back on August 28th, and we just got the fees paid. I guess NBC was having some issue with their payment system.
So he's in Mexico.
Yeah, so we're going to do consular processing.
Okay.
And we've spoken before. I'm the flight attendant.
Okay. I can barely see on my screen because I got all the comments. So like on my screen, you're like this big, so I can and my eyes are old, so I can even barely see your name. Okay, so you're a flight attendant. Your spouse is in Mexico. Has he ever been to the United States?
Yeah, he is not. No.
Okay, perfect. Okay, and so the I-130 got approved. Then NVC had a little problem. I heard about that. So fees have been paid, DS-260 and all that stuff.
Yeah. So we're working on the visa application and the affidavit of support.
Okay.
So because I'm also in school right now, so I'm getting a Bachelor of Science in Nursing, and my income last year before any deductions was like 33,000 ish.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, because I'm taking a ton of time off to be in school. So I have that job still. I give my trips away, so I'm not going to work. I have a student worker job at my university, and my house is paid for. I don't have any debt, and I have a pension. So I'm going to kind of go in terms of the affidavit of support. I'm just throw that all at them, with my.
What was the income? What was the income the years before last year?
I pulled up my well, it's not the tax transcript from the IRS.
Yeah,
and they were considerably higher.
So you got two good years and then a lower year. Do you declare anybody on your taxes?
I don't know.
So 33,000 should be enough with 3 good years, and as long as you can show that you're still working.
Okay, that's cool. Yeah, I figured because that's kind of the approach I took with the I-130. I just threw everything at them, like they're so they what more could they ask for? So I'm going to kind of do that. And then we got they request the police certificate from the country where he lives, so Mexico.
Sure.
He got one from Mexico City, from the government there. The wording matches exactly for what they asked for in the NBC website. The only concern I had is that on that certificate it says valid for 60 days. I'm not sure what that means because they want one that's for 2 years, but this is
usually it's for 6 months, so it'll all work out. If at the very least he would just have to get one right before the interview, but get him one now because that'll get them processing it, and then if you have to get another one later, just get another one.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I just got the certificate today and the certified translation from Mexico City, and I think I've heard like the wait time for Juarez for those interviews is like 7 to 12 months right now.
From documentally qualified, so from where you are now, probably another year and a half.
Okay, all right, very good. I think that was just it. I just wanted to say what was going on. Like, is there anything else you think I should be aware of when?
I think you're doing fine.
Okay, awesome. Well, that's it.
Thanks, Aiden. See you, buddy.
Good to see you.
All right, you too. Later. All right, that was Aiden. Hey everybody. I know the format looks a little bit strange today, but hold on. Let me see. Maybe we can. Oh yeah, that's done. That's because I'm doing this on my phone. YouTube has not changed their formatting. YouTube is not trying to be like TikTok, Nurse Laura. It's just me. It's just me because I forgot to charge my phone. That's all that it is. That's all that it is. Is just when I forgot to charge my laptop, I should say. When I sat down to start the show, the laptop was dead. So that's all. This is just a one-time Saturday special. Episode number 772 is the vertical view. So that's how it looks to you guys. It's like me up there and then the words underneath. That's sort of silly. They should have put the words over on the side. All right. It's good seeing all the comments. Haruna, you got a question? Come on in the waiting room. Hino will put the link in there. All right. Let's go to Duvall. Duvall, add to stage. Hello, Duvall.
Happy Saturday, Jim.
Thanks. How you
doing? Good. Moved to Oregon from close to Illinois, so close to where you were located when we had last chimed in. So
yeah.
good to see you again.
How do you like Oregon?
Oh, it's beautiful. All the things that say are true. So it's it's not bad.
Yeah, Oregon's pretty.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So we had filed for my adjustment of status based on a CSPA rule change that had occurred in February of last year, and we had filed in June, but I haven't heard back anything since then. So Just wanted your insights on based on how you're seeing processing times. If if you just should keep waiting or should like
I think
do
when it,
something about it.
I think when it comes to CSPA, you should go into it with a different kind of a mindset. With CSPA, you should know, number one, the case is going to take longer by definition. Number two, you should know you're probably going to get rejected if it's a close call, and that it's really going to be a matter of like pounding on them to keep an open mind and figure out how to actually calculate this shit. Because even if you have a clean CSPA case, it's still tricky to get them to actually do the math and figure out that you are indeed eligible. So I would say probably 30% of people who apply under CSPA who get denied ultimately get the benefit, but that's only after some fighting and some detailing and some explaining.
All right. So I've heard a lot about the Mandamus. Um,
Yeah.
so is that the route you were suggesting then?
You said June of 23?
Correct.
Yeah, I would wait till the end of the year and then maybe talk about Mandamus. Might be one to, especially if you moved, might be one to even threaten Mandamus with, like, what I would do is I would say wait till January 1st. If you still don't have a decision, call me back. And what we'll do is we'll send them a letter with our CSPA analysis and then saying, if you guys don't decide it in 30 days, we're going to assume. I don't usually do that, but now that I've sued them 2,000 times, those emails are much more effective. Those letters are much more effective than they used to be. So because you need to get them to do the math to figure out if you're eligible or not, I would say that's how I would handle it.
All right, Jim.
Thanks,
Thank you
Duvall.
so much.
Got it.
Yes, sir.
Yep. Bye.
Yeah, you have a good weekend. Take care.
Yep, later. All right. Hey, listen, everybody. This is a friendly reminder at the 11:20 minute mark. This is episode 672, not 772. Thank you for the correction, everybody. 672. I wanted to tell you that if the FBI reaches out to you and the FBI wants to talk to you, you want to have a lawyer there with you, right? So a friend of ours got contacted by the FBI recently, and luckily they were smart enough to reach out to me, and I'm putting them into contact with one of the best federal criminal defense attorneys in St. Louis. I actually gave a couple names, but just a reminder that if the FBI comes knock on your door, this is what you say. Well, number one, you get out your little notebook and you write down, you look at their badge, you write down their name. If they have a badge number or whatever, you just write it down. Write down the date and time, just so you always have that as a record. And and don't say anything during that. Just write down their names. Make sure you got all the information. Then tell them, I would be happy to meet with you, but I want to have a lawyer there with me. And if they start asking you questions, they'll say something like, oh, this isn't that big a deal. We're just trying to close something out. It's Friday. We're just trying to close our file so we can move on to something more important. This isn't a big deal. That's what they'll say. And then you say, I really appreciate that. And I understand that. And like I said, I'll be happy to meet with you. But when I meet with you, I want to have a lawyer there with me. Right? Creaky Bones knows. Creaky Bones knows because Creaky Bones did criminal defense work in New York. So hear what I'm saying. If you have to say it 3 or 4 times, just say, I'll be happy to meet with you. Now, if you're under arrest, then you just say, I'm not talking to anybody until you get a lawyer. But I'm talking about when they come to visit or knock on your door. You wouldn't believe how many people, especially my very, very kind Muslim brothers and sisters, my immigrant brothers and sisters, who think, well, I have nothing to hide. So why don't I just make them some tea and we'll have a nice chat? We'll have a nice chat. You'd be surprised how many people get in trouble with just a nice chat. Because, of course, law enforcement can lie to you. But if you lie to them, that can be an offense. It can be a federal offense if you lie to the FBI. I got a buddy who went to prison for lying to the FBI, right? All right, so here we go. Look at this. Creaky Bones knows what's what. As a criminal defense attorney, I had on the back of my cards, this is my lawyer. I don't speak with the police without him present. I like that. AJ suggests a phone recording. As long as they know you're recording them, that might end the conversation right there. And also, saying that you want to talk to a lawyer might end the conversation. I've had a lot of times where they call up the Muslims, usually the international students, and they say, "Hey, Abdullah, we just want to come and have a chat." And then Abdullah is smart and says, "That's fine, but I want to have Jim there." They call me, and I usually don't charge for these, right? These sort of phishing things. I'll call them back and I'll say, "Hey, what do you want to talk to Abdullah about?" And they'll be like, "Oh, it's probably not that important. We'll just cancel that request." Like literally that's happened probably, like, I'm not lying, 30 times. So, any kind of law enforcement, anyone wants to talk to you, tell them I'll be happy to meet with you as long as my lawyer buddy is there. Isaac in the house. Hello, Isaac.
Hello, Jim. Happy birthday, Nat. Happy birthday.
Thank you.
Just two questions. So they are from a friend. So I have one friend that filed concurrently is a marriage-based green card, and then I-130 is not approved, and then it's been, so I would say 3 months now. Then it will be 2 years.
Yeah.
I-130 is not approved, but when you look on the platform, it says 9 months more for the I-130 to be approved, and then the 485 says 3 weeks. Uh, what possibly will be the issue here?
So you're saying that I went to approved, but the 485 not.
Both of them are not approved.
Oh, how long has it been altogether?
So, which is about he filed January 2023.
When in 2020?
January 2023. January.
Where does this person live?
Maryland.
And was the person out of status at the time they filed?
Yes, he was out of status, and then he was divorced in the previous marriage as well.
Yeah, so they're suspicious of the marriage and it falls apart.
Okay. And then, so what happens now? So in about 3 months more, then the marriage will be 2 years. The filing of the case will be 2 years. So what happens in this case?
It's the marriage. When they issue the green card, is the marriage 2 years old? So it sounds like if it gets approved, they get a 10-year green card because they're probably 2-year anniversary of marriage.
Okay, great. Okay, so the second question is, I have a friend who just came with an F1, but she's having it difficult to fund the program. And then I wanted to find out.
That's BS. They swore to the State Department that they had to support themselves. Now tell me, well, they're sponsored by the last minute. That's BS. I've heard the story 1,000 times. That's BS.
So in this case, is it better for her to go back home?
Yeah.
Okay. And she's not going to have any ban on that, right?
Well, how long ago did she enter?
It's been about 3 weeks now.
Oh, yeah. She should go back. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you very much for your time.
Bye, Isaac.
All right. You're welcome, sir.
All right. That was Isaac. Yeah. Audio is a little rough today. It's a let's do our best show today. This is a let's do our best show. We just keep going. Optimus Prime has a question for me. Yeah. Die knows 3 weeks no funds. That's tricky. They don't like it when you do that. They're sort of onto that. And like I said, they've heard that story many, many times before. Ty is here. Hello, Ty.
Hi, Jim. How are you?
Great, Ty. How you doing?
Doing pretty good. Happy to see you on Saturday.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had a question. So I have a friend that came in on a B2B1 visa and filed an I-130 petition. At the time, the sponsor of the petition was permanent resident.
Okay.
She is now a citizen. I think I saw one of the videos you prepared earlier and about 3 years ago, and you said being a citizen doesn't necessarily come with any additional privileges. If anything, that
Now
line is longer.
it does.
Oh, now it does.
Yeah. So back then, so okay. So the spouses, the children, and the parents of U.S. citizens, those are called immediate relatives.
Right.
And what that means is there's no limit on the number of those green cards.
Okay.
But for the spouses of green card holders, back then, they weren't over capacity, but now they're over capacity. Now there's like a 3-year wait. So this person should definitely notify USCIS that the spouse became a citizen and ask that they now be treated as an immediate relative and not in a preference category.
Okay, but would that be different if they are the child of the sponsor and over 21?
Wait. Oh, now you threw me for a loop. So this isn't an I-130 based on marriage. This is an I-130 based on parent.
Yes.
So okay. So now, okay. And so what you're talking about now is where a green card holder filed a petition for their underage, their over 21-year-old unmarried child.
Yes.
And now the U.S. citizen has become a green card holder.
Yes.
A citizen.
Yes.
Sorry, I had that backwards. So actually, the preference category is probably better as the unmarried child of a green card holder than it is for a citizen. So they should still notify them, but they should ask to be continued to be treated as the unmarried spouse of a green card holder.
Okay.
To stay in the F2B category instead of going to the F1 category.
Okay. All right.
So, but really, you're right. The video is still right. Then there's no real benefit to notifying them, but you should notify them just so everything's clean.
Okay. That's it. Thanks,
Thank
Jim.
See you, buddy.
Damn.
That was Ty. All right. How's everybody doing? This is the Immigration Answer Show coming to you junkie style on my cell phone, probably burning up the battery, but hey, it's working. It is working. Let's talk to Afro. Afro's, you there?
Hi. Hi, Jim. How's it going?
Great. How you doing?
Doing great. Thank you for everything you've been doing. I've been following up your stuff online, and it's been wonderful. And I've been trying to get with you to ask a couple of questions regarding my current status with the USCIS.
Let's do it.
Okay, so I was in Indiana around like a year ago, like towards December was my first interview, and I met with the USCIS, and I tried to apply for my citizenship through marriage because I'm married to a citizen.
Yeah.
And yep. And I kind of moved around 2 weeks before my interview to Texas. So
they don't like
around
that.
Sorry.
They don't like that. They don't. And then you showed up for the interview. They don't
and
like
then
it.
I showed up
They're
for
like,
the interview.
they're like, damn it, this case should be in Texas. Then I can get one more file off my desk.
Correct.
Yeah. So you and your wife show up together?
No, I went on my own. Yeah, so it was pretty shocking. So they kind of pushed me back and said I should try to go do it over Texas, which I already got a new date for, scheduled for Tuesday, this coming Tuesday. But
okay.
Yeah, I was trying to get with you before then to kind of know, if there's anything I should be expecting. Maybe that might just come out of the wild.
So let's back up. When did you first come to the United States?
2017.
What kind of a visa?
It was a B1 visa.
And what country are you from?
Nigeria.
And what was the purpose of your visit to the United States?
It was as we got to honestly a conference with the United Nations, because I was a youth delegate for the UN with Nigeria.
Did you go to that conference?
Yes, I did.
Were you married when you lived in Nigeria?
No, I wasn't married.
So you've never been married before?
No, I've never been married before.
On your DS-160, it said you were single, not married.
Yes.
You sure?
Yes, I'm sure.
Okay. So that's good. So so you entered in 2017 on a visit visa?
Yes.
And then you overstayed?
Yes.
And so you fell out of status?
Yeah, I fell out of status.
Then you married a person, and they're a U.S. citizen, and they filed a I-130 petition for you.
Yes. So yes, I got my green card for then it was about a 10-year approval. And moving forward to that, I applied for my citizenship.
Okay, then what happened?
Then I got an appointment, the interview for December, which I went
Oh,
for, and yeah,
so the interview we're talking about is your citizenship, not your green card.
no citizenship yet.
Oh, great. Okay, I'm sorry. I thought this was a marriage-based case. Okay,
So,
so did you apply 5-year rule or the 3-year rule for citizenship?
the 3-year rule.
Okay, so and your spouse moved with you to Texas?
Yes.
Okay, so you want to bring your spouse to the interview.
Okay.
They probably won't do anything. They'll probably just sit in the waiting room, but the officer might just want to put eyes on them. Officer might call them in and just ask them a couple marriage questions. You don't have to prove it up like you did for the green card, but you do have to show that you're still living together. I mean, imagine if you moved to Texas, you probably have a new lease or a new house purchase or documents. So you want to show that you still have the shared life. Do you guys have any kids or anything?
Yes, we do.
Yeah, so bring their birth certificates, all that. I think you're
Okay.
going to be fine.
Oh, awesome. Yeah. Thank you.
I think you're good. Thanks for the call.
Thank you so much.
All right, good luck. Let us know after Tuesday how it goes.
Sure will do. Keep it up.
See you, buddy.
All right, bye.
All right, bye.
Bye.
All right. We're just rocking and rolling here today. And next we're gonna go to Addie Shola. Addie Shola, hello.
Hi, James.
How you doing?
I'm fine, thank you.
You're not
Um,
driving, are you?
no. I parked. I'm not driving anymore.
Awesome. Okay, cool. What's up?
Okay, so I have two questions. One of the question is that I filed for my husband, and now our case is at the NVC,
Okay.
and we are waiting for the interview. It's been like the last time we heard from them was on June 7th, and we haven't heard anything from them till now. So he's just waiting for the interview for him to go and get the visa for him to come meet me here. So I
In
don't know, how do I know my priority date? Like when?
Nigeria.
Yes.
So if you watch the comments, people will start putting the processing time, but usually what I'm hearing about Nigeria for documentary qualified is almost 10 to 12 months. So it's going to be a while. Yeah.
Wow.
They're really, really slow. Not just Nigeria's really slow. Everybody in Africa is really slow when it comes to giving out those interviews. They should be doing a lot more work on those, but they're not.
Oh, wow. Okay. Thank you. And another question is that I have a niece, like my auntie's son. When I was in school, my auntie was the one that took care of my son before I bring him over here to me.
Okay.
But now I went back. I'm the one taking care of them since she died.
Okay.
But the son, they were living, now they are living in Nigeria with their dad. Their dad is really sick, and he had a stroke. He can't take care of them anymore. And the stepmother was like treating them really bad. I have a lot of picture because I went home recently and I saw like the abuse, like he was beating them. Like there's a lot of. So I want to bring them here so I can take care of them. I had one of them is 13 years old, and the other one is like 19 years old.
So I would say the chances of them actually coming are very, very small, especially the 30-year-old, just because he's a grown up. So I think there's not really going to be a way for you to form I mean, you can't adopt him. He's 30 years old. The 19-year-old, maybe you could do it.
No, that is 13. 13.
Okay. If you want to email me, we don't do adoption immigrant visas. But if you want to email me, there's an attorney in Georgia that I refer those cases to, and I can send that to you.
I will after the show.
Send us an email. Yeah, for sure. Thanks, Abishola. Have a good day.
Thank you so much, Jim. Thank you.
Have a
Bye.
good day. Bye.
You too.
All right. Hey, this is actually not working out so bad. I don't hate it. It's not great. Yeah, Umaru says 1 year, and Umaru knows because Umaru just got their spouse here. So, or I think their spouse is here, but maybe they're still waiting. But Umaru knows what's up. Umaru from Yuma. How's everybody doing? Put in the comments what you're going to do this weekend. Something fun. I'm going to go to the soccer game tonight, and then tomorrow Tottenham plays at 8 and the Jets play at noon. And then we're going out with my family for my birthday tomorrow. That should be fun. And then in a couple weeks, We're going to have the whole family together in Las Vegas because my sister's getting married. And I have a surprise for them. Nobody knows about the surprise except my son Ismail. So I'll tell you guys the surprise right after I do the surprise. But I'm going to do a surprise at the wedding. We've been practicing. It's been a lot of fun. Rich is going to the gun range to practice to be safe in Florida. All right. Let's see. Creaky Bones just says they're going to live their best life. No details. Come on, Creaky Bones. All right. Let's see who's in the waiting room. Nope, that's more. I don't want more. Stupid more. I want guests. There we go. I think I saw. There he is. Optimus Prime in the house. Hello.
Hi, Jim. Hi, everyone. I'm
Hi.
good. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's good to be back here. I was saying I would, in the week, I was going to give you update after my interview.
Yeah.
But since I'm here today, I'm not at work. I can talk to you.
Oh, great.
First, let me give you update. And this goes for everybody who's listening. Please don't do what I did. Um,
Those are the best calls. Please don't do what I did. Actually, that's
okay.
a good title for a video. Please don't do what I did. Okay, let's hear it.
What I'm trying to say is I filed a writ of mandamus pro se.
Uh-huh.
And I'm saying that because maybe I'm just a risk taker and and all that, but it's not a joke. Okay,
Yeah.
that's just what I'm saying. I'm just saying that for people who might want to do it. Between me and my wife, we just say, "Oh, we could do it," and all that. We managed to pull it off. But please consult a lawyer. That's just all I'm going to say about that. If I have any reason to do it again, I will never attempt it again. It's
Okay.
just so much paperwork and
Yep.
all these things I'm not familiar with. I mean, I have a thing for, legal and all that, but yeah, I'm not qualified. So I concede. Okay.
Yep.
But that's what I did, and it got my case moving.
Okay.
It's been 2 years. So as soon as we filed it, I think it took about 2 weeks. Everything started moving. They sent us, a notice for an interview. So it's scheduled for this week, Wednesday. So I'll be back with updates. But I've tried to prepare, looked at all the angles, whatever that could be discussed and all of that. So when that is out of the way, I'll come back with updates for you
Because
guys.
your I-130 is approved, right?
Not yet.
Oh, so you're waiting on both.
Okay, so in July they approved my I-131.
Oh, 131. Okay.
But that's not really what I'm looking for.
Sure, of course.
So the I-45 and the I-130 is still pending. So those are the things we're going to be discussing on on Wednesday. So when that's done, hopefully I'll be able to come back here and give you guys a good update. So
Yep.
wish me luck.
Biggest of luck, Optimus Prime.
Second thing is I have a student. I mean, this is not my case.
Yeah.
I have a student who she's currently a student, F1, but she went and assisted somebody, like took care of an elderly person
Okay.
at the request of another person. Okay. So it happened that in the course of, that interaction, because the elderly person has people coming to take care of her, caregivers coming in and out of the house, she reported that she lost a jewelry. So now the cops are interviewing everybody that, have been in that.
So just real quick. So student on a student visa is working, probably without permission, and taking care of some old guy. And then the old guy says, or the old lady says, "Hey, somebody stole my jewelry," and the cops are looking at our international student who shouldn't have been working. Is that it?
We're not looking. They just called and said, "Oh, we understand you were in the residence, so we're talking to everybody that was in the residence." She hasn't talked to the cops or anything.
Yeah.
So, but since I was listening to you and you were talking about the lawyer, so I was like, wait a minute, let me ask Jim before this person shows up there, because she had asked me, and I'm like, hey, you want to be careful because you're an international student, and if you want to adjust, these are things that you don't want it to, hinder you.
Well, yeah, and I mean, just shoplifting. I can't tell you how many students. I mean, I get a call once a month at least from a student who said, "I went to Walmart. I put 12 things in my cart. I only charged 7 of them, and then somehow I missed them in the bottom of my cart." Like I hear that shit once a month, and every time the embassy, I don't know how the embassies are revoking their student visas. So absolutely, I wouldn't worry about green cards or adjustment or any of that stuff. This person needs to be concerned about keeping their or their student visa intact, and they definitely need to talk to a criminal defense attorney before they go.
Okay, so she was supposed to meet with the police officer, sometime in the week, but he said, "Oh, I won't be able to make it. Let's meet next week." So
Yeah.
I think going from by what you said now, she needs to talk to a lawyer before going, or at least go with the lawyer and make sure that everything is, because she wasn't there when the incident happened.
Yeah.
But, they still want to like talk to everybody and all of that.
Well, at least if nothing else, they have to knock out any other potential thieves,
Yeah,
right?
that's what that's what I feel.
You know what city this student is in?
He's in Chicago.
Chicago? Yeah, you can email me if you want. I know some criminal defense attorneys in Chicago.
Okay, I'll send you an email, info@akimmigration.com, right?
Yeah, or better yet, just have her do it.
Okay, I'll send the information to her now.
All right, see you, bud.
All right, thank you.
Good luck on Wednesday. We'll be thinking about you. Everybody reach me on Wednesday. We'll put out good vibes for Optimus Prime, okay?
Thank you.
See you, bud. All right. That was our good friend. Let's go over to Mac. Hi, Mac.
Hey, how are you doing today, Jim?
I'm well. How are you doing?
Jim? Doing great. No complaints.
Awesome.
Yeah. Got a couple questions on this is wife and daughter immigration.
Okay.
And the two questions are going to be, first one is going to be in regards to a K4 visa, or I think it's a K3 for my our daughter.
Yeah.
Who is in the Philippines. My wife of 8 years, we've been married 8 years. She is Filipino. And I'll give you a little backstory. She came here to visit a few months ago. It was back in late 23. And after we talked to our immigration attorney here, we're on the East Coast.
Yeah.
And advised us to file the paperwork for I-130 for my wife.
Yeah.
After 90 days. So we did that.
In the United, like she stayed?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay.
Yes. So she's here, and we filed the I-130, I-485, and that was accepted. And she did her biometrics in May, and it's in process. The in process.
That's
and
right.
So which
anything's better than doing it through the Philippines, because that's the slowest embassy on earth. So I'm down. I'm down with this plan.
All right. So that's the first part of this, so everything. We believe it's a very clean case. No, shouldn't be any bumps that we know of, but you never know.
Been here to see you before?
What's that? I'm sorry.
Had she ever come here to see you before?
Well, I was an expat for a long time, and
sure.
So we were coming here basically as tourists for a month at a time while I was working overseas. So yeah, she's been here a lot, many times, numerous times over the last 8 years since we've been married. So that's all in process. It went from 4 months to 2 months, when you look at the little online thing, and now it's 13 months process.
Yeah, I'm not worried. Especially if it goes. That's going to be a good year for sure.
Yeah. So the next part of this is our daughter. We went through a long adoption in the Philippines. It's her biological daughter, my now legal.
How
daughter.
old is she?
She's 14.
Okay, good. Okay.
Yes, she's under 16 or 18, whatever it is. She's having to do a counselor processing in Manila.
So just to be clear, you filed a separate I-130 for her.
Yes,
and
separate. Yeah.
That's
Go
pending.
ahead.
Is that pending?
Yes, it is.
USCIS still has it?
Yes, it was pending. It's accepted. We took us 2 tries because it was kicked back on some crazy thing. And finally, I asked our attorney, can we just file this online instead of doing a FedEx package? And as soon as we did it online, boom, 5 seconds, it was accepted. We paid, So that's all good, but the processing time is 27 months. Of course, Manila. And so here's my question in regards.
You mean processing time just for USCIS or processing time for the whole thing?
For our daughter's I-130 in Manila, counselor processing is 27 months.
So you mean at USCIS and the State Department, both? You're talking total time.
When I log into her account, our daughter's account.
Okay, so that you're talking about USCIS. Okay, so
yes, USCIS.
Got it. Okay, all right.
Sorry, I misunderstood you.
No, you're good.
And so my question is, we've read a lot about K4 visas, and the way we feel is we need our daughter. We need our family together. That's all that matters.
It's not going to work. You can try and mess around with it. People on the internet say that it works. Every now and then it might speed up a case a little bit. The State Department won't process it any faster. So it might get your case moving out of USCIS. I doubt it. But I mean, we're going to be lucky to have her here before she's 18. I mean, you're talking, when did you file the I-130 for your daughter?
It was accepted in May.
May of 24?
May of this year. Yes, sir.
Yeah. So you're talking at least a year at USCIS, at least a year. I mean, as you said, they're saying 27 months or whatever. So we'd be lucky if it were a year. And then you're talking National Visa Center, embassy, all that stuff. That's going to be another year and a half. So I don't put much stock in things like K3s or K4s. I don't put much stock in expedite requests. I think you're just waiting. You can try whatever you want, but just don't get your hopes up. She's not.
Well, and that's we are. Believe me, we're going through this process. My eyes have been opened.
Yeah.
So we are not in we don't believe anything's going to happen magically, but I feel like at least if we were going to file the K4 on our own, just and I think it's $265 fee to file it. And if I've read right, they process parallel. They don't process together. It's two separate processings, so I-130 and a I-129 K4.
So again, spend no time thinking about this because I don't think it works. So I don't know. I believe you.
All right.
Like I said, go ahead and try it, but don't get your hopes up.
So my question on that is, when I go to look at the I-129 paperwork, it only really specifies for a K3 for a fiance visa. And I guess if I go into the paperwork, it might talk about a K4.
I don't know. I mean, I gotta tell you, you're the first person to ever say the words K4 to me. I believe there might be one.
It's hard to find.
Yeah. So all
right.
You're way out on the limb as far as I'm thinking.
Okay. All right.
Good luck.
Well, thank you. And I had one other question.
We're back.
We're back. Look who's here. Side character, the Nornator.
Hi, guys.
Just say hi.
I'm saying hi. It's just like it's inverted. Okay, bye.
All right. That was weird. I got knocked off for a minute. Oh, here I am. Can you guys see me? Can you guys hear me? Here I am. Some fool called me. Just like when we have guests on the show. So, again, not a big believer in the old K3, K4. It's sort of a waste of time. But I am here, and I'm going to take a couple more calls. We got 10 more minutes, Nornator, and then we'll get out of here. Aditi's here. Hello, Aditi.
Yes, hi Jim. Am I audible? I'm joining for the first time.
Well, welcome. How you doing? You doing okay?
Yeah, I'm doing okay. It's a little bit critical situation with my H1B. It's an ongoing situation. So
Okay.
just needed some help. So my H1B is approved on September 5, 24. And
Okay.
then my layoff, like my last working day with the company is 23rd September.
Okay.
Okay. And then I have found a new employer, like I'm talking to like new employer, but
Yeah.
they are still considering whether they can handle this case or not, because they will not have the pay slips till the last date to send to USCIS. And then I am having a STEM OPT extension as well.
Okay.
So it is under process with USCIS. It is getting delayed. 120 days already happened. I have not got my EAD card yet. So I am worried, like, what if after October 1st my status changes to OPT, sorry, H1 and OPT is getting rejected. And then I want to hold my H1B because I am like international student. And then I'm having a loan, like huge loan in USD, which I have to pay.
Didi, I'm sorry, you're just throwing way too much at me. Let's take a breath. Let's take a breath. Take a deep breath. Nor turn that down. It's too loud. All right. Take a breath. Okay. So let's take one thing at a time. Do you have a new employer lined up for the H1B?
Yes.
And are they starting the paperwork to get you a new H1B?
They are doubtful if they can manage with this situation or not for H1B transfer.
Why?
Because again, my layoff, like last working day is date is September 23rd.
Right.
And then 1st October, if they initiate this transfer, whether they can do it or not. So they are doubtful because they will not have the pay slips till October 1st, which is a document.
Okay. Okay.
Hmm.
So what if you filed for a change of status? I mean, you're still on your F1, right? Up through October 1st.
Yes. Yes.
They can't get a case. They can't get an H1B case on file before October 1st.
I have spoken about this, but they are denying, like the new employer, they are denying that they cannot start the H1B transfer before October 1st. I
Well,
am asking them. Yeah.
kind of like they're very serious about getting you. Like either they get you or they don't. Like, do they want you or do they not?
They are ready to do it on 1st October.
Is this a sophisticated company? Have they done H1Bs before?
Yes. Yes.
So they're willing to file on October 1st or start the process on October 1st.
Start H1B transfer.
Okay. So what's your question for me?
I want to hold my H1B if there is any complications in this.
What does it mean?
Like if I.
I don't know what hold my H1B means.
Okay, so if there is any complication, if I initiate the H1B transfer on October 1st with the new employer, and I am not the employer of my previous company who is sponsored H1B
I
for
understand.
me,
Wait.
then what I will do? Like,
So let's think this through. So right now your I-20 is good through what, September 30th?
yes, yes.
Or you have a new I-20 for your STEM extension.
We have a new I-20 for STEM extension. Yeah.
So even if this H1B all falls apart, you have your pending extension of status through STEM, right? So that will carry you beyond October 1st. So if you have an employer that is in fact willing to start the H1B process after October 1st, I think you should be okay. I'm not going to say definitively here sitting on the porch of this building on a Saturday without looking at any of the paperwork that you're going to be okay. But to me, it sounds if the employer is willing to start October 1st and you've already counted against the cap, then I think you should be okay. Depending what's the employer going to do? The original employer, they're going to terminate you on September 23rd.
Yes, that's the last working day. I have requested them to extend the last working day to 1st. I have explained my situation to the HR, but they are not ready to do anything for this. They are not ready.
That's okay. But you're working for them right now on your original OPT.
Yes, right.
So I think generally you're going to be fine, but I'm not sure. I can't guarantee you're going to be fine. But I think generally I'm okay with this scenario.
Okay. Okay.
Because luckily for you, the STEM OPT is still pending, and that carries you. Because part of me was like, well, maybe she should file for a change of status to B1, B2, 23rd, but I don't think there's a need to because you still have your OPT STEM pending.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Will the new employer take you on your OPT before October 1st? That would be great.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Okay. Yeah, I'll try for that one now.
Yeah. Yep. All right. Good luck.
Yep. Thank you.
Thanks, Aditi. All right. All right. Yep. That'll do it for today's show, everybody. The side character wants to go, and we got things to do. We'll be off tomorrow, and then we'll be back at our normal time, probably noon on. No, not noon. What time on Monday? I think it's. Let me see. I think it might be 10 a.m. Let me see.
Little Miss YouTuber.
Be quiet. That's the 16th. No. Yeah, weird time. 10:45. 10:45 start time on. Am I on camera? I don't know. 10:45 start time on Monday. Have a great day, everybody, and we'll see you. Yeah, thanks. Hina Lakina knew. We'll see you guys. No, we'll say bye.
Bye.
Peace out.